What's up, guys? It's your favorite foodie duo, the Quizine boys. We are going on another adventure today. We are going to try a brand new cuisine, a cuisine that none of us have ever tried. Ladies and gentlemen, we are trying.
Ever dared to try.
More like we are trying Romanian. You know, one thing I'm super excited about.
Talk to me.
Polenta.
Polenta?
You know, I've been on the hunt for polenta. I know you can get it in like Italian restaurants, can't you? But I've never tried polenta. And on our recent Cuisine in Italy trip,
which I wasn't part of.
I left him behind. But on that trip, I was on the hunt for polenta because I knew the northern Italians liked it. But for whatever reason, I never managed to get around to it. So I was a bit disappointed with that. But when I was reading up on Romanian food, I learned that these guys absolutely love polenta.
Oh, really?
They have it with everything. So I'm hoping we're going to go in there and I'm just going to eat polenta left, right and centre.
Okay.
So I'm very, very excited about polenta. So that's going to be fun. I'm expecting there to be like a lot of garlic, by the way, and a lot of sour cream.
Like Transylvania,
because garlic keeps Dracula away.
True.
We're going to Romania, the land of Dracula.
True.
So I imagine they're going to stock up on garlic. We're going to a place called Restaurant Moldova. We're not trying Moldovan cuisine, we're trying Romanian cuisine. And just to clear up any confusion, there is a region in Romania called Moldova. The other part of Moldova that became an independent country went through various back and forths between the Soviet Union, Romania and other places, but is now an independent country. So it's called Restaurant Moldova because the guys that are going to be serving us food are from that region in Romania, but it's Romanian food we're trying today, not Moldovan.
I missed all of it because you're boring me.
Fair enough. Let's go try the food, people.
Alright guys, so we're here at Restaurant Moldova in Gants Hill, where we're going to try some Romanian cuisine. I cannot wait. I'm starving. I know Martin's starving, as always, so we're just going to head in.
Right guys, amidst the backdrop of the party vibes of this Romanian restaurant, I am going to be trying some incredible food here. First thing we're going to go for is the Fasole batuta. I'll apologize in advance for butchering the beautiful Romanian language. I hope it's pronounced like that. But these are basically mushed white beans, and it's basically constructed into a sort of pate form. And on top you've got some caramelized onions in a tomatoey sauce, and it's served on the side with some pickles as well. Let's do this. Wow, there's a serious garlicky kick to that, and that garlic works really well with the pickle. The beans, very, very soft, very silky, so when you blend them all together it's very, very smooth. I love that kind of silky smooth texture. It's brilliant, and it works really well with the pickle. That caramelized onion adds a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of a tomatoey taste, makes it taste really well. The beans are actually, I'd say it's a bit like tofu in that it doesn't really have a distinct flavour, but the garlickiness comes right through, and that's really what overpowers the dish. But it's very, very nice. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so the next dish we're trying is one that I'm super, super excited to try. Why? Because the base of this dish is made of polenta, and that's something you would have seen on our recent Italian trip. I tried so hard to find in north of Italy. Now, polenta is basically a form of maize, but it's basically a staple. You don't often think of polenta, but in Romania, polenta is super, super common. It's one of the most common staples that they have alongside all of their various meats and dishes. And in this dish, you've got polenta in the base, then you've got lots and lots of sour cream, you've got cheese, you've got butter, and then you've got that beautiful, beautiful fried egg as well, which tops it all off. And this is called in Romanian taci si nagete. Again, probably butchered that, and I'm very sorry, but I'm very, very excited for this. So let's dig in. Wow, look at all that sour cream. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Straight off the bat, that sour cream hits you. Very, very tangy, but lovely. It's not overpowering. It doesn't put you off the dish. It's a very welcoming tang. And then mixed with that polenta, which is just so spongy. It's almost like a cake, just like, imagine a unsweetened cake, and then you've got lots and lots of cheese and that yolky, beautifully fried egg. It's just the sort of fried egg that you have in your all-day breakfast in the morning. That really seals the deal, makes this dish a really well-rounded bite in your mouth. Oh, that is fantastic. First time trying polenta, absolutely love it.
So the last of our starters is a chicken soup, okay, a Romanian chicken soup with homemade noodles. As you can see, or as you should be able to see, it's really brothy with a lot of vegetables. So we got your peppers, you got your onions, and it's got this richness here with its homemade noodles and chicken, which gives it a lot of substance. But in terms of color, it's slightly different to the colors that we're expecting. So I imagine it's going to have a lot of tomatoes and that kind of taste to it. So let's go ahead and get some soup. Get a lot of that chicken, that onion, the noodles, and some of that broth there. It smells delicious. Let's go for it. That's really good. The soup itself is very fragrant, very light. The broth is sensational, the broth. The homeliness of the homemade noodles, they're not too soft, not too hard, absolutely perfect texture. And the chicken chunks you get is your daily intake of protein. So overall, I mean, on a nice cold autumn day, this is a perfect, forget starter, it's a really, really nice, homely dish. So thumbs up.
As you probably gathered, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But the next dish that we're going to try is chicken with cream, leek and pine nuts served with polenta. So this is again a very traditional Romanian dish, very popular across the country, and I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks like a work of art. A lot of cream cheese on there with chicken breast, and then underneath it all is that amazing polenta, which I've been searching long and far to try and try. So I'm very excited. It's going to be interesting to see how this polenta differs to the starter as well. I imagine it's going to taste very different. So without further ado, let's try this bad boy. That is very, very nice. It is unbelievably rich, super creamy, super creamy. The polenta itself is actually quite a rich thing as well. It's quite spongy, it's cakey, and it's very good with that spongy texture absorbing all the flavors that surround it. And obviously that creamy cheese with the pine nuts, absolute explosion of richness in the taste buds. I think I will struggle to finish this dish alone because it's so rich. This is probably so far one of my favorite dishes here.
So what we have now is, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it in the Romanian language, so I'll leave that for the description below. But what we have is lamb chops served with aubergines, butter, tomato, and some cheese. So we're going to go for this and have a big mouthful of this beautifully looking bite. That was very good. Very good. And I'll tell you what, the combination of the aubergine, the cheese was very nice. It gives you a nice tang to it. The lamb chop cooked to perfection, medium rare, just like they said. The tomato gives it that sweetness and that zesty flavor to accompany the beautifully put together. I think the flavors, everything here really does go together, and it gave me a wonderful delicious bite. It's absolutely honestly is probably the best thing I've tasted today. This has been very, very good.
Right, so the next main dish we're gonna have is chicken liver cooked in garlic, served with a side of polenta. I must say, I was wishing before I came here to have polenta, but every single dish seems to be served with polenta as well. It's a super popular dish in Romania. Now, we've had a discussion about liver and kidney and sweetbreads and all the rest of it in the past, and we have said repeatedly, unless you cook them lots of chili and lots of spice and lots of masala, there is a risk that the gamey taste comes through. Dun, dun, dun. And I fear whether or not the garlic will be strong enough to conceal that gamey taste. Only time will tell, friends. Only time will tell. Here goes. The chicken liver is actually not that bad. It's been cooked in a way where the garlic has done well to conceal the gamey flavour, the kind of rubberiness of the liver and the sponginess of the polenta work in a sort of quite a nice harmony in the mouth. So very, very good. I actually enjoyed that. One of the better chicken livers that I've tasted.
Okay, so as you know, Martin and I love to share dishes that are questionable or things that we believe that the other should try just to make sure. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give it a go to give you my reaction to the chicken livers. I'm going to go for it raw. I'm sorry. There was definitely garlic, but I feel like that was it. The gaminess of that liver for me really, really stood out. Textures of chicken liver generally quite mushy, so that's fine. But the flavors for me was not concealed, and actually, I'm not a massive fan of this. I mean, if Marty liked it, I'll let him finish this dish. All right, so it's time for dessert. Now, what we have here is called the Papanasi. Papanasi, which is a donut, which has got cottage cheese, sour cream, and it's topped off with jam. Traditionally topped off with blueberry jam. In this case, we've got blackcurrant jam and some sour cherry jam. It looks very, very nice and appealing. And as you know, we're not massive dessert eaters, but when we get the opportunity to try something very authentic, we're gonna go for it. So it's served hot, so I think we're gonna get a nice warm donut here. Let's have a go. Really good. That's really good. It's really, really nice. Everything goes together very, very nicely, and the texture of the donut, nice, soft, fluffy, really absorbs the flavors of the sour cream and also the sweetness of this beautiful, beautiful jam. Definitely an amazing way to end our Romanian cuisine. Okay, so Martin, talk to me. We had Romanian cuisine today.
For the first
interesting.
time. First time. Very, very interesting. There were very subtle flavors. I'm not going to call them spices. It was more flavors. They were, they were confident to use garlic and tomatoes, bit of salt and pepper. But that was pretty much the extent of it.
The thing with Romanian cuisine, a cuisine that we haven't tried in general, we don't know what to expect. And in this case, it was very interesting because
it wasn't something that our palate was used to. So, for example, we're used to bold, powerful flavors, spices, X, Y, and Z. Literally everything under sun.
Tongue-numbing.
Yeah, almost. But this one, you're right. Subtle flavors. There's an element of simplicity. You can tell the ingredients they like to use a lot. So your garlic, you had, and foods like polenta. They love polenta.
They love sour cream.
So you can see that in the cooking a lot, and the cuisine a lot. Now, I'll be honest with you, the dessert was the best thing.
Oh, the dessert.
The dessert was so good.
The dessert was actually really good. Papanasi was brilliant, by the way. It was donuts with sour cream and jam. You can't really go wrong with that. It was really, really good. That was actually a very, very good dessert.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, anyway, guys, listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn your notifications on. We're on Instagram as well, so make sure you're sharing. Make sure you are telling your friends, your neighbors, your dog, your cat, anyone. Quizine TV. We out. Bye.